Well, let's take a listen to the Band Directors Marching Band from Pinkerton, Iowa. And this is the first time anything like this has happened. These are 289 members that are all band directors. They range from music education graduates through retired veteran directors representing all 50 states and Mexico collectively. So they should know what they're doing. Let's take a listen.
Our next float, one of the most anticipated of this year's parade because it comes with the band. This is the Michael D. Sewell Memorial Foundation saluting America's band directors. We teach music, we teach life. So this is a twofer package you see. The Michael D. Sewell Memorial Foundation is basically a labor of love. It was organized to pay tribute to a beloved Pinkerton music director. During his career, Mr. Sewell brought his band to the Tournament of Roses 4 times, sharing his love of music. After 38 years of serving students, he had an unexpected passing in April of 2017. The outpouring of students prompted his wife Karen to start the foundation that sends a giant thank you all around the world to music educators, especially band directors. And whenever you come to the Rose Parade or watch it at home, it's the students who get to walk the streets. The band directors have to kind of watch from the sidelines, but you know they want in on that action. And boy, oh boy, are they getting it today. I love the fact that you have 289 band directors here representing all 50 states, and among that group, 76 teachers of the year.
And you know, they didn't get a chance to practice in advance like some of the students do because, as you say, they came from all 50 states. So I think they've done a spectacular job of working together.
Absolutely.
Man,
that is amazing.
Bro, I know y'all seen a goat in that first spot, man, getting down, man.
Man, listen, I'm my first question is, how tired were y'all after learning all of that in such a short period of time? I tell everybody my mind ain't as sharp at 40 as it was at 19. How was that? Like, was it overwhelming at all?
I tell you what, them 5.5 miles was a little different at 51 years old as they was at 21. I tell you that.
5.5 miles.
5.5.
That ain't long, bro.
And when that parade started, they did not stop. You know, I usually have a break in the Mardi Gras parade. The people say, we going. We never one time, guys.
Damn.
Non-stop playing. There was a short cadence in between a song, then we right back playing.
That's it.
I noticed
Cater song.
All parade long.
Man, a half cadence song.
They even full
cadence song.
Yeah.
Roll off, man. Look,
Damn.
We played. Them boys rolling off every 30, 40 seconds. We was like, hold on, wait.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I wouldn't want to be in any of y'all bands going forward, because if y'all could do it, ain't gonna be no excuses from the students.
No.
We played 76 trombones in that spot right where we were. When we turned the cone, once we turned the cone, we probably played 76 trombones by about 10 times, at least.
Back to back.
I mean,
hey, question for y'all: how much time did y'all have to learn all? Like, how many hours did y'all have to digest all of that and commit it to memory?
Well, they sent us the music about a month ahead of time, but it's still dealing with our Christmas concerts and all Christmas time and all this other stuff.
Right.
You were responsible. Music, you got there. You had some stuff to work on though.
Right. Yeah, I may have started the week before we got over Christmas. Probably really started looking at it, and yeah, probably because I remember I called you, Will. Yeah.
Yeah, we like you got on the music. I'm working on like so I just really crammed right before we left to go up there. And then once we got up there, we played it so many times. It's like
yeah.
And a lot of things too, by us coming from HBCUs, we always required to memorize the music. I noticed up there they had a lot of people that did flip charts and stuff like that. So we kind of get us an advantage, very accustomed to.
Let me ask y'all this. Scales had 6 blacks that participated in that parade, right? Correct, Mr. Scales?
So I didn't hear it. Say it one time.
Your phone cutting out, Johnny.
About 6 African Americans. 6 African Americans.
It was about 6. It was about what? About 6 of us, huh?
6 of us.
Yeah.
Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 6 of us, guys.
Man, that's amazing, man.
So how much of that weight did y'all put on y'all?
I think
yes.
Go ahead, Will.
Yeah, honestly, before we got there, I wasn't even thinking about that. That wasn't even, because I'm not racist. I'm not any of that stuff like that. I didn't even think about the black or white issues of it. But once we got there, it became real prevalent that, you look around the room, you're like, wow, all these people, and we the only ones in here, So at that point, then it kind of took, I know I was representing Louisiana and New Orleans and all of us banderickers down here, but it took on a different perspective once I saw the demographics in the room, So it's like, okay, we got to represent for a whole race of people now. So we can't be as good as, we must be better than. We got to be earlier than on time. We got to know our parts, better than. We got to be doing the right thing. I mean, it put a lot of pressure on us, But I think we all did well. Everybody did well.
Yeah.
Everybody did very well. Proud of everybody, man. I got to meet some friends and stuff, met a guy, Trevon, huh? Yeah, I got a guy from PV.
Kayvon, tell me Kayvon, yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, Kayvon, what's up, Kayvon?
He said, yeah, that's me.
That's me. I know I see you, brother.
My dude was representing for sure. I would like to ask this. What was, and y'all go one by one, what was your favorite memory, your favorite experience up there while y'all was participating in this event?
I'm gonna let somebody. I'll be talking a lot. I'm gonna cool out.
I agree. My favorite. I guess my favorite experience. I got to meet some good people. Like I got to meet James Swearingen. He I played a lot of his music with my bands in the past.
Really?
So meeting him.
For real?
I took a picture of him with him. Yeah. We all took a picture with him. Meeting him.
Man.
I'm gonna tell you what was a good part for me. Picture I took with Mr. Watkins. Because he was on the float and he was one of the people who recognized. Band director out of Georgia from Leicester High School. He retired, but he was one of the people that was recognized. That actually rode the float. So that was a great thing. I know him before then, but actually him being in California and being there with him, and like you say, representing us. That was a good thing too.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
I would say for me, man, just kind of realizing like the band itself has this huge culture, man. Cause at that first practice, when we started marching, you had styles from everywhere, and seeing some of the non-African Americans picking their legs up, swinging their horns, I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. Where you from? And they was from some everywhere. And so during the parade, I ain't gonna lie. My biggest challenge was not swinging my horn, man. Look, my horn just naturally just kind of swings, man. Yeah.
Yeah, that was probably the biggest challenge as far as not wanting to pick your feet up. That was, I know for me it was not wanting to, pick your feet up when you're marching. You just the actual kind of, pace yourself and get that syncing together as far as kind of, you kind of walking per se, and playing, especially when you get to those certain parts of the songs and actually keeping that in sync and not want to pick up your feet, when you do it. That was, if it's as far as a challenge, that probably was the most challenging for me.
Yeah.
I know my thing, guys, was my thing was actually not just sitting down at breakfast and sit down at dinner when we were eating and talking to some of these band directors about pedagogy and what they're doing, change to their band programs and how. And I'm sitting and I'm listening. And I'm being blown away at the fact that I'm hearing. Yeah, I have a woodwind instructor on staff in high school. I have a woodwind instructor. I have upper brasswood instructor. Lower brasswood. I have a tuba instructor, and the kids take private lessons 3 times a week. And I went to telling them about, well, I don't have all that. I have to do all that. We have to teach all of the kids. And then sat back and was looking like, are you serious? I was like, yes, man, we have to do all of that. And to watch their faces, and I did like, wow. And then they pulling up videos of the band, right? And it's like, this is your band? I was like, yeah, this is my band. They're like, man, this is awesome. And so I like looking at them, their faces and talking how started a person over, how started a person on a bassoon. That was pretty cool. I learned some and taught some stuff, So that was I like that part about it.
Yeah, man. I bet you was blown away by them telling you, my band has all these things, and then you just like, wait, I'm being robbed. Basically, I'm doing this on my own, and you have all these resources. What am I missing out on? But
in Louisiana, I'm gonna say this, in Louisiana, because I taught a lot of different places. In Louisiana, it's probably one of the only places, especially in New Orleans. But I'm gonna say in Louisiana, probably one of the only places where you don't have an assistant, where they don't provide you with an assistant, an actual, assistant, got a degree that's
right.
That got a degree that's on staff by the that's paid by the by the school system, by the district.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking. That's like Louisiana, and like I said, I've taught in Louisiana, I've taught in Texas, I've taught in Arkansas, I've taught in Tennessee, I've taught a lot of different. In Louisiana, it's the only places, like I said, and especially New Orleans, that don't have that.
Man, to see those bands overachieve with so little, man. I live in Louisville, Texas, and man, like in they band, they bring in uh, like French horn specialists to work with like 10th and 11th grade kids. Some dude from like France, they'll bring him in, and you're like, what? And I mean, and I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Um to see how bands overachieve in black communities that are so underserved is crazy. I mean, given the amount of resources, they should in fact not be that good, and these kids should lap them a few times. But man, it's the craziest thing. It and they sound excellent, but there's you can take a symphonic piece that's on paper and get all of the notes right, but it's something about bringing it to life and making it, you know what I mean, making it grab the people, you know what I mean, and to see them not be able to capture that with all of those resources, amazing to me.
A lot of have too.
And in our situations, we like the relationships that we build with these kids is way different from them. You know what I'm saying? Like when my kids, like when they get married or they have a baby, they calling me. When it's something going on, and and I don't mean kids. I mean when they like 30, 35, you know, that they gonna call me. Hey, hey, what's up, Mr. Reynolds? I'm finna graduate, man, with my master's. You know, I want you to come. Ben, I'm gonna be there. You know, and matter of fact, on my 40th birthday, I spent my 40th birthday playing "Here Comes the Bride" for two of my students that got married. Now, man, look, I ain't cry there, but but man, in the hood, man, you know, we teach more than just music. You know, just like that theme was that they said. You know, we teach life. You know, I spend so much time, you know, just talking to the kids. You know, man, what's going on? You know, how are you today? And they like, I'm fine. Nah, man, no. How are you? Like really? You know, like what's going on at your home? You know, like what's really on your mind? You know, this is just me and you. You know, and the kids know that at the end of the day, like we got their back. You know, they don't send them to the office. They call me. They send them to the bedroom. You know,
Mr. Reynolds, if you don't mind me asking, if it can, do you mind if I delve into what you're saying, Sam? Well, okay. With as much as you have on your plate, and with as much as you undoubtedly have to do, how do y'all still reach those students? The ones that are missing it, or the ones that fall a little short, or the ones that are some of them are problem students. Some of them, you know, they come from troubled backgrounds. How do you still take time with those students? And you got fan heads like us that still want a great, because I know people that I got friends that's my age, that's 40, that say Will is their hero. And he was a young man when he had him at Reed. So how do y'all still reach him and still in like trouble students and students with a lot going on, and with as much as y'all have going on?
That's a good question.
Because they still human beings. They still children, man. You gotta love children, man. To do this job, you have to love children. That's all to it. Like I'm looking at Darrell right now. Darrell, a grown man right now. Every time I see Darrell on the show, I'm like, look at Darrell. Go ahead, Darrell. But I remember Darrell, and he had aspirations, and I remember he had dreams. He said, I want to go and march for Southern. At that point, then now that's my job to make sure that I help him to get there, because I know what it takes to get to that level. So and from then on, you know, whatever Darrell had going on, then you know we just had to deal with it. You know, sometimes you had to get a little rough, sometimes you had to get the paddle or whatever, or sometimes you gotta hug him. I used to hug my boys all the time, but you just gotta love kids. You gotta love them. Loving back then is the same thing as loving today. You know, that's all to it. That's how you get the children. When they know you care for them and they know you love them, truly from the depths of your soul. Because see, I don't have any biological children, so in DNA wise, I've never been connected to a child, a person, but my little brother, my mother, my dad. So I think all children are precious. And when I see these kids that don't have a father figure, I'm looking like that's my opportunity. I'm in. I'm your new daddy, you know? And I'm gonna treat you accordingly. You know? You gotta love them. That's the key to it. They gotta know you love them
and talk to them too. It just made me think about when I coached Pee Wee ball. My sons when they was playing Pee Wee ball, and I remember one of the dads. His son was one of the stars on the team, and his dad had just got out of jail. And I remember him when he was like, man, you know, coach, I'm trying to talk to my son, you know, and you know, I don't want him to follow the path that I did, you know, and those type of things, because he was a little roughneck. He was getting into stuff. And I told him, one thing I told him is one thing I do. I said, man, you got to keep talking to him. I said, you got that. I said, that mouthpiece. I said, you got to constantly talk. I said, they hear you. I said, they might not always, you know, do what you want to do right then and there. I said, but you can't stop talking to them. You can't stop showing the love. You can't stop those things, because they hear you, and they're gonna eventually hopefully click at one point. But you have to constantly do it. I mean, even on a college level, you know, I get those kids to the college, you know, and so I'm constantly talking to them, because a lot of kids these days, especially these days, they don't know. because nobody really, a lot of people haven't sit down and just told them, hey, this is what you're supposed to be doing. This is how you do this. This is what you should be doing, and you have to tell them, like literally say, hey, when you come to my class, you're supposed to have a pen, at least a pen and paper, a book set or something to write with. You would think when they come to college, they know that, but they don't. They'll come to college, and so you got to constantly just show them love, and once they see that, and once they know that you care, that's the thing. Once they know that you care, you got them. You can get. Once they know that you care,
you gotta know that, and you truly care too. A lot of people, it's like going to a job and getting a paycheck, and you there just to get a paycheck. Or like I feel like I told somebody in the past, I don't go to work. I don't go to work. I'm going to the band room every day. I'm going to pick up instruments and play all day every day. The dog, he's 6'5". Anyway, but I don't have a job. I don't. I teach band, and it's fun, exciting to me.
Yeah.
How about for yourself, Mr. Reynolds?
Oh, well, on my campus, my situation is slightly different from theirs because on my campus, I'm the band director, I'm the dance director, I'm the choir director too. So yeah. Folks always say that. They like, hold up, dancing, hold up,
what?
all of that. Look, man, long story. When, but so we're dealing with all of these different groups. I'm staying connected. With them kids. Now dance, that's a whole nother animal. And so many of my girls over the years, they didn't have a dad at home. And just just like Will said, man, family members gone to jail and stuff, and like one of my girls, she told me probably last year, I believe. She's like, man, you the first man, the first male that I've trusted in a long time. And I was like, well, what you mean? She started telling me about her dad and her brothers and her uncles. Man, look, man, it's deep, And I just
that stuff will make you cry with them going through, bro. They got a lot of little children. A lot of foolishness out here.
I think being relatable is what I get out of it. For a good band director, you have to be relatable. I had the pleasure of learning under Mr. Rollins. He was relatable. He come from the same place we came from, been through the same stuff we've been through, and he doing the same thing we love to do. And then, like Mr. Reynolds said, most of these kids have a hole, and you have to be able to fill it. I remember Mr. Rollins telling them, there's a hole that need to be filled somewhere, and you got to fill it. You got to find. Once you find that hole that needs to be filled, those kids are now. This is not my band director no more. This is like a father figure. Even though my dad is in my life, just like pops, my wife and my kids, they know that's Mr. Rollins, right? And I can't even call him Will. One time he told me, you can call me Will. I was like, nah, I can't do that because that's Mr. Rollins, But he find that hole and he fill it, or whatever that hole may be. Everybody's hole is different. He find that hole, you fill it, and then that's when you got you a kid that's gonna be there for the rest of their life. So, man, everything y'all saying is real.
Question for y'all, man. Let's have a real conversation. All of these years y'all been teaching, man. What keeps y'all going? I'm a professional musician. I love my job. I think I'm a drummer by trade. I think I have the best job in the world. And sometimes it gets old. Sometimes I'm tired. Sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like learning another piece of music. I check my email account. There's 20 songs I got to learn. What keeps y'all motivated? What actually keeps y'all going when the kids working on your nerves, the administration is crazy, home is overwhelming? What keeps y'all going, man? Because y'all still all sound passionate about this thing.
Oh, yeah.
Which is nuts to me. I don't, it's baffling to me to see y'all all still passionate about this. And y'all faces light up when y'all talk about children.
Man,
after all of these years.
That's the kids, bro. And I'm gonna say this. somebody say, man, you run across the people like, man, how you be a teacher, man? I don't know how you deal with those kids, blah blah. I say, you know what? It ain't the kids that get on. I don't know. For me, it's never really the kids that get on my nerves. I think you probably know what's gonna come after that. It's not. It's never. It's not the kids that get on my nerves, because the kids are kids. That they're doing what they do. You used to that. So it's not the kids that get on my nerves, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. But it's always, I love what I do. I know, like anybody else, I love it. I love it. This is something, as I said, I would do for free, but we do get paid for it. So I try to get my ducats, in order. So I mean, it's something like, and with me, I have new challenges. You have different, like I've been. This is my, I think, 19th year, and so I've taught on all different. Actually, they've been teaching about longer than me. But I've taught on different levels. Like where I'm at right now, I'm the band director, but I'm kind of the interim department chair. I'm the faculty senate president. I do a lot of stuff on campus too. That deals with the kids on the campus as a mass. It's not just my band kids. So the kids in my department. I'm saying, I deal with all the kids. So I mean, it's things of that nature. I just love what I do, man. I mean, I love what I do. I'm gonna stop talking.
How about yourself, Mr. Reynolds? What keeps you going, man? I will. Whoever's next, it's fine.
Go ahead, Go ahead, Reynolds.
All right, man. So the kids, man, look. When first thing in the morning, them kids is at the band room, already cracking jokes and getting ready. And just
no, go ahead.
Yeah, and man, my job is just fun, man. Look, whoever not a band director, I don't know what you doing with your life, because this is like the most fun, most engaging, most
satisfying.
Yeah. Oh man.
Don't nobody love the teachers like they love the band directors.
Yes.
Yes. They love us.
Yeah. That's real, man. Dr. Harris is the best thing ever. I'm with y'all.
And
I know for me, guys, it's hello. I know for me, the thing that keeps me going and motivated is I gotta keep that. And I know this sounds repetitive, but like the real, like I've been teaching for 28 years. Every year, I'm producing at least 25 to 30 high school graduates who productive in life on. After so many years, they just keep coming back. Like they'll have all these great things to say. All the rest of the kids, I don't think there's any kid that I've ever taught that got his jacket from me that was saying, I don't mess with Mr. Rollins. It's the fact that, and then now when I'm getting the new Darrells that I like when I first met Darrell, he was all over the place. But now I'm meeting new Darrell, so I get a chance to, let me see how I can say this better. I get the privilege of, Darrell, correct me if I'm wrong, right? I get the privilege of taking care of not just the child I'm working with, but that child's child. Like Darrell, right now, you have children, right?
Right.
How your children doing? They've been all right. You taking care of business. They probably get anything they want, huh?
Yep.
All because you made decisions when you were the age. I look at it like I'm not only servicing you, the child, taking care of your children and your children. If I do it right, this should be 3 generations of children that I'm helping right now. So Darrell's children should be benefiting from some of the stuff that was taught to him.
Right. And they are.
I have a question for you guys. Like, I know a lot of y'all accomplished so much in this field. Like, what's next for y'all? Like, what do you see in your near future? Like, what's next? I guess we can go. I don't know what order, but what's next?
All right. Well, I'm gonna be honest, man. Like, I'm like, I do have my master's. Like, so I have my eyes on some of these universities, but but I mean, uh, I'm fine doing high school. You know, cause right now I feel like my job is important. You know what I'm saying? Like I send my students like everywhere, and so it's just important, you know, like to continue to mold them, because I got kids in my band program who I've literally held when they was babies, you know, and they remember it. Like they like, yeah, I remember I met you. You gave me candy at a football game. I'm like, really? Yeah, I'm such and such little sister or such and such niece. I'm like, God, dog, that was 17 years ago. How old are you? I'm 16 now. Dang, you was 2 years old. So you know, so that part is like really really deep. And I got multiple kids in my band program right there like that. So you know, so the thought of me leaving them is, you know, kind of rough. You know, when I'm like, man, well, they got this university job open. Okay, well, but then I got these 8 kids, you know, that have literally grown up, you know, right under me. So I mean, so I'm
And what
my bad for
school
being
and what
long.
city are you in? I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm at Stephen F. Austin in Houston. I'm
Okay.
I'm literally probably 5 minutes from TSU. I'm 2 minutes from University of Houston, like
Yeah.
walking distance from both.
Okay.
What was the question? I'm sorry, I stepped away.
Oh,
I retired.
what's next?
What's next?
I'm a retire a year. It's been year 2, and I'm going to the college band is open at the swag area. We I'm gonna go on, step on in there, and we're gonna go and make some noise in that arena.
You say retire maybe a year or two and then go to the SWAC?
I know Johnny gonna be glad I retired. Johnny keep saying,
Hey, look, man. Johnny be hating like a mug, boy. Every meeting we have is always something about my band director. I be like, dude, you just hating, bro.
"Oh,
No, I love
hey,
Will, man. I love Will. I mean, Will is Will, man. He got a lot of respect for Will.
Johnny just be messing with you, bro. Me and
Yeah.
Johnny, really good friends. Bro. I respect Johnny as a band director. I gotta say that. You know?
He got to get the fuck
Yeah,
though. I
but
ain't gonna lie. He got to get it. He got to get out.
Yeah, but Will, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you right now, Will. They all want to take you down, big bro.
hey, tell him, come on, man.
They
They've
all
been
won't
trying.
be they all won't be the one to say they did it, man.
How long they've been trying to do that? Think about it, man. How long that's been trying to go on? I'm not concerned with these guys. But listen, y'all do Mardi Gras season. Bro. Man, this new uniform gonna be amazing, bro. This thing, I don't even know how you gonna put this together, bro. The new uniform, shoot, they got all instruments. It's gonna be hard for them. But the only thing we just went virtual too. So, Johnny, you got 2 weeks, baby. I got
Johnny,
2 weeks
mute your
no
phone.
practice. Johnny,
What
you
you say,
heard me?
Will?
I was telling Johnny I got
Shit.
2 weeks to no just went virtual. They said all the kids had to go home yesterday. Now we just 100% virtual, no band practice, no nothing for 2 weeks, and they gonna look into after 2 weeks trying to come back into the school. So we can't even practice right now, man.
We in the same boat. We in the same boat.
Yeah.
Will,
Not
I don't know
until
what
after
you're
Martin
gonna
Luther King.
I don't know what you're
I'm
gonna do,
thinking.
big bro, but you gotta pull them together. They want your neck, man. They want you.
I'm trying to think. I'm about to have sectionals in my backyard. I'm gonna have every day of the week. I'm gonna have a different section. I'm talking about really having it in the backyard, all the trumpet sections sitting down with the chairs and the stands, playing all the new music. So when we get all back together, we're gonna be good. But that's the type stuff with these different innovative things to make it work. You gotta be able to evolve. I look at myself like Charlie Wilson. Like Charlie Wilson was in the damn Gap Band, man. The Gap Band, them boys was kicking back in the '70s. I went to a Charlie Wilson concert a couple of years ago. I was tired looking at this old ass man on stage, running around and jumping and dancing all day, whole head of black. His name ain't Charlie Wilson. Charlie. I think he changed his name again. So he's evolving. So as a band director, I just have to keep evolving.
Yeah.
Keep Johnny off.
You used to call you Big Will, now they call you Unc Will, huh?
Call me Maestro now.
Hey man, like I let me tell you something, man. With all band directors are up against, man. Even I always say, man, I have the utmost respect for band directors. Just being on this show and getting to see talking to some of them on and off the record about how much it takes, no matter what a band director brings out there, how much it takes for them to stage that band, to get that whole band to the stands and they produce a sound. Man, I don't care how them babies sound. If you can just get all the busters to show up to school and everybody show up and y'all get there safe and you catch the Star Spangled Banner. I mean, like small stuff like that, man. If just talking to them and seeing everything they up against, and they have a product every week. I'm telling you, man, none but respect for y'all. Real talk.
Javon said he got a COVID scholarship package for all y'all seniors.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with recruiting, baby.
Hey, when y'all sending y'all kid. Now I understand if y'all can't disclose this, but I've always wanted to know this. When children are talking to y'all about going to certain schools, do y'all favor certain schools over another colleges?
I'll say something since I'm gonna be the short because I'm not actually in the high school. But when I was, I didn't. I didn't. I mean, most kids know where you went to school, where whoever the band director, where they went to school. My thing is for kids to go to college. I don't want them sitting at home on mama thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's me.
Gotcha. How about yourself, Mr. Ramos?
Same with me, man. Look. I don't care. I don't care where you go. U of H right here, TSU right here, and Lord knows I love Prairie View A&M University, but Prairie View A&M University ain't for everybody. Like same with Southern, same with Jackson State. I just my goal is to not only get you out my band room and get you in a college band room, but seeing you graduate, graduate and work in your field, whatever that field is. So for me, no preference. I mean, I have a great relationship with countless university band directors, and so whatever school fits this kid, depending on what it is that they want to do, what it is that they want to major in. We do have those types of conversations. So kid not finna come to me talking about they want to be a lawyer, but they want to march in Langston. No, they don't go together. Okay, you want to be a lawyer, TSU right here. Take you behind over there, or nursing or engineering. Okay, Prairie View right there. Okay, or
so y'all got to be guidance counselors too. Good Lord.
No, what? Well, yeah, basically.
Yeah.
And
we do it all.
You can do it all. You gotta be well versed in what you do and know what they would. Because, like he said, you give an example. It doesn't make sense for you to go. If you know this was your end game, this is what you want to do, and you know that school don't have that program. Because we go, we talk about band and we think about band, but they're going to school. They're going to get a degree. You know what I'm saying? And that you don't be wanting to have to spend all this extra time, extra money, especially if you ain't on a big time scholarship. You know what I'm saying? That matters. All that comes into play. And a lot of times we don't talk about that side, but that's a big thing.
Huge.
That's
crazy. I want how this works. I thought everybody out there knew actually how this band director job worked. I'm surprised that a lot of people don't really know and understand. If you're not in that band room, you don't see what goes on. Man, you got to be you everything. You counselor, you daddy, you mama. Sometimes mama love you up.
Detective.
You got to be friend. You got to be the uncle that they tell everything to. You know what I mean? You got so many hats and roles that you play. You know, like you said about what advising those kids going to college. Like a lot of kids, like, well, yeah, I want to go here, and I'm saying to myself, I don't think that'll be the best fit for you. You know, you're trying to major in engineering. On my behalf, engineering, nursing, all that. You got to go to Southern. You know, you want to do this and that. You talk some kids. I say, you might want to just go take this academic scholarship at Xavier. You know, you want to be a pharmacist. You know, you're gonna waste time going to college and go march in the band. You know, so you got to advise them, man. You got to be their moms and their pops when their moms and their pops can't help them.
It's about what's best for the kid. I mean, you know, you want to give them the best advice that's for them, because they're going into adulthood. You know, if you're gonna be an adult, so you got to make the best what's best for them. Although a lot, because most times they don't know. You know, they don't understand. They especially when you have kids that haven't had anybody in their family who's been to college. You know, and who they understand. You know, who could say something to them about what's going on. A lot of them don't know that. You know, I talk to kids even being at the college. I talk to kids all the time. You know, hey, you know, you talk to me, but you can talk to me about. You can ask me anything you want to. You know, we don't actually have to be specific just because you're in my class and we talk about something. It could be about anything because I know you got questions. You know,
right.
So that's how I treat it anyway.
They have a question.
Okay.
Can I ask?
They have a question on here. It says, "Has this pandemic enhanced y'all experience of teaching music?"
How has it? Well, I go and say for me, I'm pretty technology savvy per se, but it has helped me enhance my technological skills, as far as dealing with different things that can help enhance my teaching, whatever it may be, you know, because and it's hard, like in this day and age, this, like I said, teaching, distance teaching and all that, this is not nothing new. You know, this actually has been going on for a long time. And a lot of people, I guess, been fighting it, but you can't fight it no more. You know, you got to get on it as a teacher. You have to get on this technology because, excuse me, I'm drinking this water, got me belching. But you have to stay on the technology and find ways, because it's all about teaching the kid. So you got to, whatever way and whatever can help you do what you need to do. That's and bring it to the kid the best way. That's what you need to do. So it definitely, for me, it has helped my technological skills. Technological skills.
I know for me, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This pandemic thing really set me back because one of the major strengths of Wilbur Rollins is taking a kid and putting him in this environment. See, band environment band is a large cooperative learning group, and trumpets learn from listening to how the mellophone sound, and they learn from each other. So when you're talking about trying to teach band, and you don't have the band in the room all together, that thing has really slowed me down. I think this year, and this no offense to my this year's band, but this year's band is probably one of the roughest bands I've ever had. You know, I'm talking about coming fresh out of college at 7T Reed in '94. You know, the band was better then. You know, like we talking about my freshmen 2 years ago when the pandemic started. They were freshmen. I was just starting them on trumpet. So then you got a whole year, half, 2 years and passed. Now they juniors, but technically musician wise, they still what?
Yeah.
They still
freshmen.
Now I just started 46 kids here on instruments for the first time ever in their life. You know, and I mean this has been a really rough day. This pandemic has really threw a monkey wrench in my plan, you know. So I this pandemic stuff, I'm ready for this to be over. I'm ready to get back in the room. I'm ready to start working 90 minutes a day, teaching Darrell his A flat scale today, tomorrow E flat scale. By the end of the week, we learn 5 scales. We plan them, you know. So yeah, this pandemic thing really slowed me down, man.
Hey, Will, a question for you, man. This was for you personally. Could Darrell play when he was in school? I'm just.
Let me tell you, listen, Darrell had one shot coming. I remember Darrell was telling me about.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
As far as playing, he used to tell me about, man, some of these rhythms, but he was younger when he was doing that. So we sat down, we learned rhythms. After that, man, Darrell was a monster. Darrell, you remember he told me, God damn it, you're playing too loud, son. You're playing too loud. Darrell was just loud, bro. He wanted to play loud, everything. Darrell, you remember that?
Yeah, man. It went a little bit different than that. It used to go like this. It used to go like this. Play it again, and then you mess it up. Go ahead on. You know what to do, and then that will come out, and then play it again. That's what I'm talking about right there.
Oh, it's called a pressurized learning experience.
Yeah, you know what it was for me? It's teaching those kids a whole nother level of focus and concentration. See, when they don't have anything on the line, they really not focused. But see, when I say, okay, if you mess it up, then I got this wood, you're gonna have to deal with this. Guess what? All the parts perfect. So now that shows me that you have another level of concentration that you can go to. So why didn't you go there the first time? You know, that's not only deal with some of these kids growing up. Now I'm just saying to myself, why you just didn't do that the first time? What makes you go ahead?
Hey, I didn't mean to interrupt you. What you saying?
No, I was just saying that's my deal. It's like, what makes you not go? What makes you not want to do your very, very best the first time? Why are you giving a 60% effort? So that was my problem back then, you know. But now, you know, it's the same thing nowadays. I just have to find different ways. Now you don't get like now I got the best Agent Kane's gift card, a Caniac. The manager, he gives me a few of them every week. He recycles. So I have to extrinsically motivate these kids today. You know, physically motivate when I'm
Darrell,
you know what? That actually happened at Southern Crab Week, man. We was going down the line on Open Sesame, and Hamer called on me, and I'm talking about I'm pumping. He was like, calm down. I'm like, man, you know, I've been like this. I won't play everything.
Let me tell you something, Darrell. This is the thing. If a little board made you be as good as you were, if you could have marched and not marched, and they could have really laid hands on you, you'd have been the best. We could have necked you. If Darrell, if we could have worked you over properly, you'd have been ice water.
Matt, look, this nigga had a wood shed in the school. What you mean, Lil boy?
We'll know Hayes, it was different back then. Listen, if we could have put the hand of God on you,
he could have made a wood every day, bro. Like it wasn't little. It was little.
Mushroom, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, fellas. I want to hear what Mr. Reynolds had to say about that question that we had before. I don't think he.
And also, Deontay Kennedy has a question also.
Wait, Reynolds.
Well, the pandemic, man, the pandemic slowed us way down. And you know, really like I'm so hands-on with teaching. So all of a sudden, me and the kids separated for like months. That hurt. You know, so one cool thing that I started doing on Fridays on Fridays when we was 100% virtual, I would use these apps, you know, different like hiking and biking apps, and so during band class, you know, during the class, like we on the phones and stuff, and so I would tell the kids whatever park, you know, is close to you, you know, the band class, we going hiking today. So you in Third Ward, I'm in Humble, you here. Okay, so you know, so that bond just kind of stayed there, which was good. But as far as instructional, man, I ain't have no choice but to figure out technology, because I'm bad with technology. I ain't gonna lie. Smart music and all that stuff, we don't have it. We just don't have it, you know. So so I would reach out, you know, and reach out to some of the band directors, and my middle school band director, Miss Punter, man, she can put together some presentations and some technology. Man, yeah, she cold. She is cold. So you know, she will share stuff with me. Uh, uh, but as far as building, man, it pretty much like paused band. It paused it.
Yeah.
It paused it, and we just had to, you know, figure out a new way of doing things. You know, just like brother Rollins is really good, man. You know, he's very creative when it comes to, you know, to figuring out how to motivate the kids. So you know, with gift cards and stuff. But when we was fully virtual, oh, it was rough. And when we first came back, you know, our district limited the bands to only 26 members for last football season. Not 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 uh not 2021, but 2020, 26 members. Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. So and then report cards came out. So we trying to tell the kids, you know, hey man, I can only pick 26 of y'all. Now, during COVID, band wasn't big anyway, so you got 40. So that means like what, 14 kids, they gotta get the man, I'm sorry speech. You know, and that really wasn't fair, you know, because all my kids good. Like I love every last one of them, but so I gotta sit y'all 14 out. Like that's not fair. You know, so we only ended up doing 2 football games in 2020. What well, of course, because the team, you know, they had COVID issues and they just shut the season down. You know, which was good. I felt like that was God working, you know, because I did not have the heart to cut these kids, you know, after all of this. But 2021 was way better. You know, I just kind of had to restart. I started this year with 9 band members. Man, the kids they just had ventured off. You know, they got into other stuff, got jobs. You know, got a girlfriend, boyfriend, and some of them was just like, man, I experienced my freedom for the first time. I ain't got to be a band practice. So you know, so I just had to, you know, recruit double time. So I would go up in the cafeteria with I would play the DJ system. I would DJ during lunch, freestyle. I'm dancing. I'm getting everybody hyped. And guess what? Join the band. Join the band. Join the band. Join the Sonic Boom. You know. So
I'm gonna tell y'all about his. Let me say one thing about his band. A few years ago when I first met Mr. Ronald, I never forget this man. And I was in his band room. And his drum section, drum instructor, pretty good drum section, man. And they had, I think it was about six young ladies on cymbals. Man, listen to me now. Let's go about it, especially for you, man. 6 young ladies, all Hispanic, on cymbals, on 20 NZs, handling them. I'm talking about handling them.
Matt don't know nothing about that. They had 18s.
When I'm talking about handling them, man, I have never seen nothing since or before like it. I'm talking about little Hispanic girls. I never seen that. I never forget that, bro.
And guess what? Gail.
What's up?
Yeah. Hey, listen. You know how. I mean, I just really met my man at the Rose Bowl, right? And I remember that walking by, and he was warming up on his instrument. I don't think he saw me. I know he didn't see me. And I just turned around and looked. I was like, God damn, he could play. I mean, he could play. So see, you're talking about somebody who can play. They really, it's easy for them to be able to produce players, because your standards of what's acceptable as it pertains to playing the instrument, your stand like Darrell, you couldn't be in the tuba section. Darrell could not be in the tuba section and not learn how to play the damn tuba in my band. That makes no sense to me, So like I said, when I met my man Kevon, when I heard him play, I was like, okay, all right, he's serious. He a real player. I just want to say that.
That's what it's all about. Deontay Kennedy has a question. How do you participate as a band director in the band? I'll let y'all get him that information offline because I don't want whatever the avenue is for it to be bombarded. So whatever that information is, I'm gonna admonish Deontay to reach out to one of you guys personally, and that not be disclosed over the airways, if you don't mind.
What was the question?
How do you participate? How do you participate in the band director's band in the future?
Okay. All right.
Yeah, if y'all don't mind getting him that information, that would be awesome.
Okay. I definitely think that we need to...
I'm sorry.
What were you saying, I said I definitely think that's information we need to get out for Phil because like I said, the representation of us, it was heartbreaking when I walked in the room. I almost felt like I was, wow. I was saying to myself, did they purposely do this like this? But then I realized that maybe we don't even know how to get involved in that. Maybe we don't know, how to do it, So yeah, we definitely need to get that out to all of our band directors, man, so we can find out how to get it done,
Yes, definitely, man. I'll let him know that y'all will be reaching out personally, man, because but even so, it was awesome seeing y'all up there, man, and it was something else. I was proud. I was so godly proud of when I saw y'all out there, man.
You know what? I was super proud when my band director was first chair on that horn. Like, I already think this guy is the GOAT. But then, he go up there with all the rest of these band directors and he say, guess what? I'm first chair. I'm like, well, I didn't expect nothing less, but shit, he the super GOAT now, like he the super GOAT, bro.
Well, yeah, sometimes you just gotta go in there and talk up for yourself too, and don't not let them just put you in no bag and all this other stuff. They also try to put us in a bag. I ain't scared. When we first got there, when we got our assignments, we looked at the assignment sheet. We're like, man, we on the third row in the middle. We're like, man, no, we not that. You got to be able to go and talk up for yourself. Yeah, that's on the third row in the middle, way ducked off, And in their mind, that was okay. They're thinking they should be happy just to be here. And I'm not saying, maybe I might be saying too much because I don't even know who's looking at the show. And again, I'm not saying anybody was racist or anything, but just sometimes, the privilege that they have, how they feel about, they belong there. And, they're gonna let us come around, but no, we're gonna get in there and take our rightful place, Like my band, I heard him back there blowing the dog shit out that trombone. I'm talking about blowing that back. I'm talking about blowing that horn back there. All around. I'm talking about coming with it. I'm like, what's going on, what? So at that point, you can't deny that. You can't tell me nothing when you hear them parts being sounded, And you got some of your got flip folders in their hands and they still fumbling and and they had this one lady, I know y'all saw my Facebook post, that lady, Miss Amy. That lady was 69 years old on tuba.
She held it down.
Years old.
Wait, she marched the whole parade?
What? Man, that lady cold, man. That's my new hero, man. Her name is Amy Heiss. That lady's 69 years old. That lady had a big old towel taped to her shoulder under her jacket, and that lady rolled, bro. And she got all the way to the end, and she had some problems. They had to take her to the hospital, but she marched that parade.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, she
was out, and all the other stuff we did. Yeah.
Yeah, everything. And I'm gonna tell you another thing, boy. That man, that was a gruesome weekend. Then see that heel toe march. If you haven't done that before, that's a very difficult march to do. I have to say, I gotta respect that march because you gotta tighten all your butt cheeks up. You gotta make sure you keep both feet on the ground. Your feet will never. You always gonna have a foot on the ground, you know. And then you have to not and that thing all my butt cheeks, my thighs, my calves still hurt to this day, and my heel of my foot, it still hurts, you know. So I gotta respect that. That lady did her thing, man. Miss Amy.
Wait, is that the lady right there?
Yeah, that's her. I took the picture.
Right? Yeah. That's my girl right there.
Man, that little lady played tuba that whole parade.
Yeah. No, it actually, I'm gonna tell you, they had a girl. She was younger. I forgot her name. Samantha. I think it was Samantha. She
Oh yeah.
She was small again. She was small too.
Yeah, but this lady is 69 years old.
Yeah.
And guess what? Leave that lady alone. You play with that lady, you're gonna get your feelings hurt. That lady gonna march your ass under the table, gonna keep going. And she got motivation, and she had motivation during the parade. Come on, guys, let's go. Come on, guys, let's go. I'm like, God damn. And I'm talking about, I'm sweating, I'm tired, all my eyelids hurt. And I hear her in the back. I'm like, look at that. She must be on something. Seriously,
hey, fellas, listen. Hey, we appreciate y'all coming on so much. Is it anything y'all want to share but with the people about y'all programs or anything y'all might have coming up? Anything y'all want to plug? We're gonna open up for y'all to do so right now. We'll start with you, Brother Scales. Anything you want to share or anything you want to get out there?
Yeah, I'll recruit. I know I know probably this shot. Well, COVID coming back up. I don't know if they're gonna have the thinking about New Orleans, the recruiting thing. But be out recruiting. Come up in Arkansas. Come up here to Arkansas. We got some things going on. Love to have you up here. I'll be hitting a lot. I know a lot of band directors. I'll getting with them to come to their school recruiting. If this COVID thing, this Omicron variant, whatever they, that slows up a little, look like we kind of heading back to that same status as when we first started. But law spell, I will be coming to a band room near you to recruit some of these good kids.
Thanks.
Blessings, man. How about yourself, Mr. Reynolds? Anything you want to share with the people? Anything you want to put out about your program? Or anything you might have coming up?
Man, I'm just trying to survive right now, man. but no, possibly later in the spring, Stephen F. Austin will be hosting like a gym battle of the bands. We actually did one like back in December, the Home for the Holidays, with my good friends from Westbury and Willow Ridge and Royal. So y'all, the Houston band scene, we coming back. We the past few years have simply been a setback. It is what it is. So things happen, but the Houston band scene is definitely coming back. So I once again, like I really just enjoyed the experience of doing the Tournament of Roses. It's actually one of the parades that was on my bucket list. So now of course, most band directors feel like, shoot, man, I want my kids to go, which I really did, but God fixed it to where I can go and experience it. So and just going, man, I'm so fired up now. Shoot, I'm ready to recruit overtime and build my band up so I could take my kids there. So my next step, like whether it's Austin, whether it's at a university, we going.
Right on, brother. And how about yourself, brother? Brother Will, anything you want to share with the people? Anything you want to plug?
I want to say and talk about the fact that, and man, I don't know about the rest of the guys and all the rest of the band or too much, but man, I gotta say, man, kudos and much love to my city, man. When I tell you, man, I literally watched the entire city of New Orleans. I wish I could show somebody my Facebook page and all of the comments, all of the well wishes, all of the congratulations. It was really overwhelming, man. Because sometimes, like you said, I've been doing this a long time, and everybody want to take you out, and people don't really give you your flowers while you're here on this earth. Man, I really felt like I received an enormous amount of flowers over these last couple of days, but. So I just want to say to the city of New Orleans, man, I really thank you. I feel your love. And the state of Louisiana, all my friends and frat brothers, my jukebox brothers, KK Psi, Omega Psi Phi, man, it was just, it was overwhelming, That's why in that parade, when you get a little tired, you think about all these people who are looking at you and they counting on you. So and that's why they say you're stronger together. Like, I want you guys to know, you gave me strength to go through and do everything that we had to do, because that parade was gruesome, man. That thing was grueling, all the practices. When we were practicing 5-6 hours at a time, it was just like constantly going. Wake up in the morning, breakfast for 6 o'clock, on the bus for 7. I'm toting a tuba around from, at least you had to walk at least a block and a half, 2 blocks with a tuba in the case every day. Bring it to where you have to go to practice, bring it back bring it back to the hotel. I mean, that was a really rough schedule. But I can say that I felt the love. So that's my deal. I want to say thank y'all for the love. I appreciate that. Gave me strength. All right.
Blessings,
Thanks.
blessings to y'all, man. Hey, man. Again, we appreciate y'all. And for all you brothers, I believe it's up from here.
Matt, hold up, Matt. Let me say
Okay.
one thing.
Please do.
I want to give a thank you to these two brothers next to me, on the screen next to me anyway. Kayvon and Will, man, because they helped me out a whole lot on the different things I had coming to California. My bags was lost. I lost my bags. So I got there Wednesday. I didn't get my luggage till Friday.
Did you go with American Airlines?
You know it.
Oh man, I'm not surprised.
Let me tell you, man. And like, they provided me things that I needed. This man came and got me from the airport. The airport is 30 minutes away. I mean, they the whole weekend. So hats off to them. I am. They just good. They're good people. So they go. They do what they supposed. They do how we do. But I thank y'all, brothers. I want to publicly, thank y'all, brothers, for helping me. Different circumstances, different things, and I appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, brother, I am my brother's keeper. We had to stick together.
Always.
Yeah,
that's
always,
man.
Always, bro.
Yeah.
Well, thank y'all so much for coming on. This has been an amazing show, man. I personally am so honored to have the opportunity to speak with you through brothers. It is, I feel blessed, and hopefully we can be a blessing to y'all somewhere down in the future. Thank y'all
Facts.
so much for coming on. Anything you want to say in closing, Darrell?
Nah, man. Hey, like Matt said, appreciate y'all for coming on. Scales, you're normal. Mr. Reynolds, it's a pleasure meeting you, man. When I seen you on TV, I'm like, this guy. I gotta meet this guy. He cranking, he putting on for the man. And then Mr. Rollins, always, man, you the GOAT. You put on, you represent it well. I mean, like you were supposed to do. So hey, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. I hope to see y'all if we have a Mardi Gras coming up in the streets, putting in some work.
One shout out to Robin. Shout out to Robin for doing the thing that she always do.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord. Robin is the best.
One more thing, guys. One more. I need y'all help with something. Y'all say you want help. I need help with something. Right? Every band director was given a baton, right? We were given a baton. I had the opportunity to purchase some extra ones, right? It's a baton and it says the leader of the band. I would like to have some type of ceremony to whereas every band director in every high school band director in the city of New Orleans, I purchased 12 or 13 of these. I have 12. I would like to give one to every band director because that could have easily been any one of us marching in them parades because everybody could play their horn. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to have some type of something where we give these band directors, I want to give them some flowers right here while we still living. So you guys help me with that. I would love and would appreciate it. It's the red conductor's baton. It's from the Tournament of Roses. It's an official Tournament of Roses that I want to see about giving these band director one in some type of setting.
Robin said she's going to call you tomorrow.
Robin,
yes,
it's going to happen.
Robin is the bomb. That's why we got to interview these dudes and make sure it's good. Anyway, hey man, thank y'all again so much for coming on. Sincere blessings to all of you guys. Thanks for everybody that came on and watched this as usual. We appreciate y'all as well. All love to everybody. Crucial
Peace
conflict
and hair grease.
to the end. Peace.